Hi, this is Sean from Cartridge Pros, and today we're going to talk about the Pitney Bowes Mailstation 1 and 2, and the cartridges, the 797-0 and the 797-M that go in these machines, and the different types of compatibles. What most of the compatibles on the market look like this, and the difference between that and what we offer is this. Let me point out the differences. So I open up the package. You can see the difference between the two. Most of them on the market have this notch on the bottom with the ink, with the cylinder coming down that provides the ink. The ones we offer are flat on the bottom, which are similar to the original Pitney Bowes OEM cartridges. And the main difference, the reason why this is key, is these make a seal with the print head in the machine, and these tend not to make a really good airtight seal, and therefore you get streaks and you get fails on your indicia prints. On the other hand, these are flat on the bottom. They tend to make the airtight seal and do then give you a complete print every time. So now what I'm going to do is first show you how to install a cartridge. You want to go on here and you want to go to the menu, toggle down till you see use ink functions. You say yes. It asks you if you want to replace the ink cartridge. You say yes. It then will present itself. You open it up and it comes over. You want to hit the unlock button, pull this one out. You can see where the ink comes out on the bottom, and there's the print head in there where you want to make the airtight seal like I was talking about. Take this tape off, which then unseals where the ink comes out, also unseals the vent hole, which allows the ink to flow down into the print head. Put it in this way with this notch facing out, the flat facing in. You want to make sure this matches up to that. Place it in there and lock it down. Close the top, and then it asks you if you installed the cartridge, and you want to say yes, and it asks again, and now it's preparing the ink. The reason it asks you is because the Mailstation cannot really sense how much ink is in there. See how it has the low ink, which just went out, that little indicator light. The Mailstation counts how many prints you do, and when it thinks you're running out of ink is when it starts telling you, indicating that. People always ask about the yields. The yield on the Mailstations is all determined about how many prints you do. Whenever you hear your machine making these noises that it's making now when it's preparing the ink, you'll hear that every now and then when you haven't done anything to the machine, and that's because it's purging the print heads. And when it does that, it uses up to 50 imprints of ink to do that. So really, the less you use your machine, the less yield you get out of a cartridge. In other words, after I put this new cartridge in, if I started doing print after print after print until it was empty, I would get full yield out of the cartridge. But if I use this over a 6-month period, you're going to get less yield out of it because it's using ink every time it does this purge cycle, and there's nothing you can do to avoid it. Unplugging the machine doesn't avoid it. Shutting it off, there's nothing you can do. It will catch up. So that's a common question of why didn't I get 600 prints out of it, and that's why. Okay, so now it will see that it's done with its purge function. It says insert envelope or tape sheet. So what you want to do is take a blank envelope or tape sheet, stick it in here, and presto, you're ready to go. It asks you if the test pattern is okay. You say yes if everything's okay, and now it's reset and ready to go. So again, the differences between the cartridges, this is what you'll find at most places out there, and you'll run into a lot of problems with this. You won't get a complete indicia imprint, and they run out a lot faster. These, on the other hand, that Cartridge Pros offers are flat on the bottom, just like an original Pitney Bowes, and you get full yield out of these. They're the best compatibles on the market, and you'll find them at cartridgepros.com.